Easy22X here. We are on week 6 of the Ray Ray Draft League, so we're going to be doing a week 5 recap of what happened. Lots of changes, and we're now 2 weeks away from actually making it all the way to the playoffs. So, I mean, I now we're gonna be talking about players playoffs implication next week's video. But for now, let's recap a little about our week 4 rankings. So at the end of week 4, we had San Diego Palkia first. Johnny still stuck at 5th after winning 2 in a row. And I mean, otherwise, each top set of like the 1 to 5, 6 to 10, and 11 to 14 have not changed much. It's been staying pretty much steady, and I can tell you that the top 5 are probably pretty safe into making it into playoffs. Maybe one more win just to be safe this week. But even then, I especially the ones that only lost one so far, I think they should be fine. But seeding is important, so you want to watch out and not have a bad seeding. Because, for example, I can tell you, I will like your boy Ally and maybe a boy Johnny just because of how lucky he has been getting with some of his hits. So yeah, stay tuned. Now we're gonna commentate the match between San Diego Palkia versus Alolan Agilash. As I mentioned before, Alolan Agilash has been going on a win streak again, so we'll see if it keeps going. Hey guys, EC22X here. In the mic, I have Katie with me, and we're gonna be watching Sven versus Angelo Hunter from Angelo's Hunter's POV. Just a little fun fact: Sven, after losing the week 1, has been on a winning streak so far. Angelo, I believe, also ended up losing his win streak either last week or the week before. But these are their teams, and I mean, we're gonna be jumping right into the battle. But Katie, any thoughts? Who are you cheering for to win this?
So far, I'm gonna be kind of neutral, but I'm gonna lean towards more Angelo, the homie and everything. But I'm actually very interested to see how Sven matches up into his team overall right now in the game. So we see a Raichu Center Scorch lead from Sven, and we see from Angelo a Mimikyu Volcarona from Angelo's side.
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen Mimikyu much from Angelo, or at least I don't remember him using it. As Ben has been bringing up pretty much the same 6, which I think in general is very strong. I mean, Raichu, one of the fastest fake outs. Since this Scorch, I like to call him the budget Charizard because you do have a the Gmax move is kind of similar to Wildfire, where it chips with the fire move, but not as strong, obviously. No so far, but I mean, this is awkward. I don't know how I feel about it. What do you think that could happen here? It looks very passive in my opinion from Angelo with the star.
Yeah, just because the thing I'm wondering, does the Center Scorch have a rock move for the Volcarona right now? Because there have been times it couldn't carry the rock move. But I also am very interested to see what's going to happen in turn one because we see the max from Angela right now with the Volcarona, which we don't really normally see Volcarona maxes. So I'm very, very interested to see what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, I don't think we usually see a Max Corona like and we see a matching Max from Sven's side. But as you mentioned, I think we didn't really want to look at it, but we don't know if the Corona has a rock move for sure. And then the fact that Centiscore usually doesn't hit unless the G Max move goes through the Mimikyu disguise. This is still really weird because Centiscore maxing and doesn't seem to do much to it.
Yeah, so we see the Mimikyu with the Shadow Sneak. Just so I'd say break the chip, break the sash from Raichu, but then we see the Surf
Weakness
into the
policy,
Center
baby.
Scores. But we see the Mimikyu disguise broken from Angelo's side, and we see the reveal also of the weakness policy from Angelo Volcarona. So we see double weakness policy from the bug types. And Angelo's Volcarona goes first, and that's obviously the KO from the +2 Volcarona.
Oh my
Go
god!
ahead.
Like Angelo was like, I know what you're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. So double knockouts for each team. But as I mentioned, Sentence Course has a G Max move. And you just see it. So that like residual damage is so important. And I really like the tech with the weakness policy here, but in general, I think this is just gonna be a battle of potentially who hits who from the side, right? Like now you get Jinx from Sven's side, and then a Celesteela, and Celesteela doesn't like Santa Scorch. Yes, you're -1 now, but because of the weakness policy, you're still at +1. Uh, it's still pretty scary though because Santa Scorch is kind of slow.
Yeah, that's correct. But also, I do normally know Cinder Scorch do normally a physical. I mean, a physical attacker. So the special defense drop, I don't think mattered too much.
No, no, no.
But then again,
It was a special attack. So if I
oh,
didn't say
sorry,
that.
sorry, sorry. Yeah, yeah, sorry. I apologize. The special attack drop didn't matter that much. But I'm also curious because Jinx gonna easily go for the fake out and then the G-Max Center Inferno into the Celesteela right now, but we'll see what happens. So we see a protect on the center Scorch.
And lovely things going on.
Oh,
Oh my god, Sven. Okay, so if you guys don't know though, Sven also has the hypnos has goth. So 100% Sven going for kisses and I don't think I like this. I think fake out and then G Max Sense score seems a little bit safer because the Celesteela now is a +1. I don't know if you're fast. If you're faster than the Celesteela, okay, never mind. I do not know my speed of the Sentis Scorch, but that's the biggest thing, right? It's like if you're slower, you kind of wanted the fake out. And now, yeah, now there's a protect also potentially coming from Angelo. And this is the last turn of Max, reminder.
yeah. So don't get me wrong, that lovely kiss, great. So Spen's in a great position right now because Angel Volcron is asleep, but it's such a risky play because if you miss that, then Angelo could have probably got like the Jinx would probably been like at low HP or at Sash, and the meter beam would have been into the Center Scorch. But we see Jinx reveal another move Encore into the Protector snap from Celesteela. And we see another Centris, G-Max Central Inferno into the Protect, but that does so much damage. So much damage. And then we see now the chip. So the chip brings Celesteela very, very low after, even through the Protect. And then we still see both maxes are over right now, but
You still,
let's
yeah.
go that.
I mean, you still have what, one or two more turns of what was it? You still have a couple turns of
The fire sprint.
the fire, yeah, the fire spin. So you just need that Volcarona to stay asleep, and Jinx could just literally anchor because we saw that the Jinx is faster than the Celesteela. So anchor does go up. Yep.
Yep, and there we see the Jinx encore Celesteela into the Protect, but we see the Celesteela wake up, and let's see how much the. Let's see if it's Sash Jinx. Oh, is that Sash? Oh, it is Sash, and we do see this the Senti the set I can't remember his name, but we do see it's not Flashfire right there, and what we do see this takes out the Volcarona with a Flare Blitz, and the chip take and the chip does take it out back in return. So we see a Jinx and Celesteela right now.
Yeah,
Oh, Celesteela
and
lives.
honestly, this is gonna be really close, but Celesteela is encore right now, and I think I don't know if the Silvally is faster than the Jinx. However, depending on the last one of Sven, this is looking pretty in favor of Sven at the moment.
Yes, because I know normally Jinx and Silvally, I think they're on the same speed, but we see a Kartana comes in, and we see the Rock Slide reveal to kind of get just to kind of get rid of the Jinx. But does the Kartana have a suit aerial ace for? I think that was a fighting Silvally.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
the awkward
mistaken.
thing. Yeah, it's a fire. So I don't know if Cortana is the best at the moment.
Oh no
I
no, I thought it was fighting. Sorry, I
oh no no,
apologize.
I thought it was a fire, but yeah, I didn't get to catch. But this is accurate. Like I think you need a lovely kiss and
Into Silvally.
yeah, you need a love. I feel like that the end game is lovely kiss the Silvally and try to KO the Silvally after that. Yeah, the protect makes sense if it happen. Oh.
Ooh, so we see the leaf blade in.
Oh, and he
Oh,
misses it. But good for Sven.
It is, yes, because I don't think. I mean, if Celesteela has, let me see. Oh
No, no,
no,
no, no. Yeah, Celesteela was close enough to be. Yeah, this is GG's then.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
it showed that Cortana was the fastest one, and Angela said, "Yeah, this is actually pretty cool." Like Encore, Lovely Kiss, the fact that Sven didn't hide the text of both, like now you know that the Raichu is not Sash either. So maybe you don't shadow sneak because that's what Angela thought. Like they thought that the Sash was into the Raichu, and yeah, I mean, how do you think Angelo? I think this is a very fair game for Angelo. I think what he probably wants is get more out of his max because I think he didn't get the most out of his max, especially with the lovely keys happening turn one. I
yeah.
mean
And
turn
I
two.
think now since he's gathered, I feel like Angel got a good amount of information. Let's say for the items for turn one, so he could adjust to kind of like see how basically how to do a better lead into the game two right now. And then Jinx, I've realized, is one in draft leagues one of the most disruptive and annoying Pokemon because fake tears, lovely kiss, just you name it, Jinx has it for some reason. So even though it's not for it to be very, very disruptive, as it did show in the game one right there.
Yeah, and also a couple of things, viewers. For some reason, I thought Centiskorch was special, but we did see Centiskorch is special. Is physical, so the max butterfly is not going to do anything. Also, you were right, Katie. That was my bad. It's a fighting Silvally.
Oh
No,
no, no, there it is. Yeah, because
yeah,
I
it's
think I
not
bought it
fight.
for
It's
for the
not
big.
fire. I actually, it's they start with Fi. So, but I mean, this is a little weird, right? That the Span could lead the same thing. Trident actually also with sleep potentially, and it is looking that Angelus is mostly also doing the same, but bringing out the liar part. What do you think about this adjustment?
So I'm not. So the light part in the back could be very risky in the sense of because it's more so a support Pokemon. So like if you don't have enough damage output between Celesteela, then like it almost becomes like a hindrance, I would say, just have it in the back. But we'll see how Angelos do react from the leads going up so far. We see the different leads coming out from Span. We see the Drampa and the Jinx versus Angelo's Volcrona and Mimikyu right now.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Trampa, like, are you gonna max Trampa it? Because now is Trampa actually known as being physical? I don't know. This lead, I don't like this lead from 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 Sven, but I mean, you have Lovely Kiss and Fake Out.
Yeah, and I mean we can see if he clicks Lovely Kiss again into the Volcrona spot, thinking Angelo is going to max. But I'm very curious to see what the Drampa especially going to do because it is in front of a Mimikyu. Okay, so Drampa switches out, which does make sense right there. And we see a Lapras
I like
switching
the
from
Lapras.
Sven.
Yeah,
So, but I'll go ahead. Sorry.
oh, I like the Lapras. You did break the sash here, so I hopefully he Lovely Kiss the right thing. Yeah, okay. So
Ooh,
Venom for this is the game you have to play though. Let's be honest though. Yeah, he knows that. If the Lovely Kiss had hit, awesome. If it doesn't, well, and this is not the worst turn one. Neither of them max, but now you have max butter by as a thing. So the you still can get nerf.
yeah. So now we see normally out Angelo does go for the shaft into the Jinx. Assuming it doesn't switch out into the Dram, but I'll assume. Okay, so we see the Jinx switches out, and then I'll assume Sven maxes the Lapras right now, but since Angela does have max bug, I'm very curious to really see what Sven's gonna do in return to the Volcarona because they can't really G max Geyser because the Volcarona is policy right now. So I'm gonna very interested to see what happens on this turn.
I think you don't max here. If I was Ven, I wouldn't max here. I think what you want is break that disguise on the Mimikyu. Or okay, never mind. He maxes.
The only reason I said max is because Lapras. I feel like if you bring Lapras, that's probably your max is my assumption, but Sven would take like too much damage in return if he didn't max Lapras right now at least.
That is also true. I do think it's very accurate because I don't know what Drampa could have in the max for saying, but the max butterfly just sucks. And yes, you're right.
Yeah,
You can just Oh wait, the max butterfly goes with that. I thought they target the Drampa. Okay, never mind. The max makes sense. Um, yeah, yeah, you just can't max Kaiser, or if you are, yeah, Resonant makes the most sense right now. So pretty.
just to kind of guess the break.
Oh, sorry.
I'll
Okay.
go ahead.
No,
Go
no, no.
ahead.
You go ahead.
All right, so we see the Resonant just to into the Mimikyu just to just break the disguise right there. But now we're Fenn's in a very awkward position because Angelica is still Max Butterfly because neither of these Pokemon wants their special attack dropped right now, lower than they already are right now. So we'll see again the Max Butterfly into the Drampoth, the Drampoth slot, and also we'll see the play rough as well too, which Angela's gonna completely ignore the Lapras. But the Lapras' main job is just to get the Aurora Veil up. That's it. So we'll see the play rough right now, and that does a over half to the dropper right there, and then we'll see the Max Butterfly, which I'm not sure this will kill. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, we see that Drampa gets to survive, which is good news. But and this is my pet peeve with Lapras, right? It's like you are going for the max guy. So I assume it's gonna be in the Mimikyu because yeah, and -2 Lapras does nothing. This is not a
Yeah,
life or map Lapras. This is probably a light claim Lapras if anything, and just wait you fire. Oh wait, fire blasting makes sense though.
yeah,
There's no.
it's that
Yeah,
it's that ability. Oh, and we
yeah.
see the reveal of the life form,
Oh,
the
see,
life
see,
form.
Drampa could have totally been Max. See, I knew it's a lie for Drampa, but yeah, this is honestly very in favor of Angelo at this point. I believe Angelo pinned Sven in a way that it is very accurate. Like when you see it, right, the speed control is mostly, except for the Kartana, it's mostly on Sven's favor, 100%. So when you have that kind of
Hmm,
stuff happen, it's like, what are you gonna do? It
yeah,
makes very accurate. Now you have a Jinx, so Shadow Sneak is maybe coming from the Mimikyu.
yeah. I feel like you want to shout out Sneak 100%. And we see the max on the Volcarona here, which I mean, I think the Shadow Sneak always kills, and he can still attack the Lapras again one more time. But and just he rather be safe than sorry, which that does make 100% sense right here. Just so he doesn't get put to sleep again, like he did in Game One. So okay, so we see the Shadow Sneak coming out from Mimikyu into the Jinx. Does this KO? It does not. Okay, never mind. Angela made a great play.
I actually thought the Shadow Sneak was actually gonna no because he did so much damage the first time. Oh wait, never mind. Burn. I forgot burn was a thing. So that burn actually came really clutch in Sven's favor, and this might have turned things a little bit around. Except
Yeah.
there's
So
a fake out coming.
exactly. So now we are in a position. Lipard, wouldn't say isn't the best, just because at this point I feel like Volcarona right now just because it's slower than the Jinx. But the next part is Engine does have fake out, so he can easily go for fake out into the Jinx right there, and I believe he should struggle bug just kind of get even more chip damage down to the Jinx too. Oh, and I forgot about the Aurora Veil as well being up with the burn. That's why
Yeah, the
the
Royal
Shadow
Bell,
Sneak.
yeah, definitely probably. Burn and a Royal Bell kept that Jinx alive. I think Sven could actually go for a Perish Zone here, return Jinx, and then just swap around. Yeah, I think I would go with the Perish Zone if I was Sven, because you have to know that the Liper has Fake Out.
Yeah. Did we see who was Sven's last Pokemon, or we
We
don't
have
know as
not.
yet?
We do not know. Okay.
Okay, so we see the fake out right there, which does get the kill, the KO on the Jinx right there, and then we see the Bug Buzz into the Lapras, which does a good chip damage for the time being. Okay, so we see the Hydro Pump miss. Another thing about
Yeah.
Lapras, outside of Max, it's very, I'd say, you know, it could be hit or miss at times. You know, I love Lapras, but right, they can be very hit and miss, and it's also at -2. So this Lapras really can be ignored, I'd say, the whole time right now because it's not gonna do that much damage right now.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I mean, it is the game you play, Sven. Got to hit the lovely kiss. Got two turns live on game one, and next time getting less lucky. I mean, not even then. Actually, I think the luck has been very even. Yes, you missed two lovely kisses, but you also got a flare blitz burn, and you should have count for. I honestly think the Perish Sun play should have been better.
Yes, because now we see a charm into the Karta, so now both the spent Pokemon are -2, and we don't even see the Hydro Pump in the rain even get the kill of the Life Orb right now. So, and also, Kartana is not the Pokemon that would want to be in front of any fire types at all, even Volcarona, even though it is in rain, but the Kartana is -2, so I don't see it doing that much. But we do see Angelo switching out the Volcarona into the Celesteela right now, which, yeah, I don't see these highest Pokemon break Celesteela if the Kartana doesn't have. Yeah, I mean, I'd say crits would be the best way, but yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, Sven, I think should have hit. I think after that charm, he should have hit the what's his name, the little kitty. You wanted the beast boost, so
Yeah,
I think that was a
at
misplay.
least.
I mean, you could still win this if you perish some. You can perish, but again, this is why I think he should have gone for the attack on the Volcarona.
Hmm.
But you gotta perish zone and hope that the meteor beam misses. Actually, you,
Yeah, and then we do know now Kartana is not Focus Sash because it was revealed on another one of those Spanish Pokemon, so I'll assume this could be maybe an Assault Vest.
oh my
Okay,
god, look at
yeah,
that! That doesn't do
yeah.
anything, and get burned.
And the burn and the policy procs too.
Oh yeah, the policy. Yeah, this is game over.
Yeah.
You needed to get the life pro with Cortana and yeah
Well,
yeah
the
yeah.
Lapras lives,
But I
but
mean,
does
you need
Mears.
more. Meteor beam can hit and the CGs. So it was very dicey. I still stand with my Perish Sound potential gameplay. I think that's probably a way that he could get out of this. It's a very tough MU when you look at it. I do think the way because Ben has to always pick: do I max slap press? Do I max Sentis Scorch? Or do I like? Do you saw how many fire moves Angelo has in this team? He's ready to make sure that Cortana like doesn't get you max because Cortana is so fragile too. So good adjustment for Angelo.
Yeah, and also now with basically Volcarona with a max Volcarona, I don't think you'd want to max a Kartana really in that matchup. And the thing before was basically with Sven's idea, which was the serve into Center Scorch. Since Angelo does lead his own weakness policy of Volcarona, he can't properly just proc his own policy because he's gonna proc Angelo's policy too, and that's be a trade off. But I mean, like that might be the better scenario because Volcarona doesn't have the best physical attack, but Center Scorch at +2, even a fire move does do a lot of damage. So we'll see what Sven does because I don't think Lapras maxing right here with the Max Butterfly is the best option because as you saw, Izzy didn't do that much damage.
I think he needs to go back to Santa Scourge. I think he needs the residual damage and then have maybe Cortana in the back to sweep off things.
Yeah,
And
and then he could even because I'm almost certain maybe a +2 Senja Scorch because Volcarona does set up. Let's say if he does Max Flare, it does set up the Sun for Senja Scorch right there. So he could really bait, let's say, Cartana at one point to switch it out to kind of get the set up because I think a +2 Senja Scorch would maybe like Oko the Volcarona, even though it is bug and fire. But I do know Volcarona doesn't have the best defense, so we'll see what they do game two.
absolutely. And this is I think both of them probably are like, okay, this is what you have, and this is what I have, and this is how I'm gonna try beating you. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sven does go back to the Santa Scorch lead, though. I think that never mind. Sven. w- Look, Sven always watches my videos and then tells me this is why I did this easy. I was like, I want to know. All right, Sven, you won with Santa Scorch game one. Why are you not bringing Santa Scorch game two again? Okay, since I think Santa Scorch had to be your max in this. Anyway, sorry.
So Spen's in a lot of trouble because Liepard, I'm pretty sure the fastest fake out right now, and Kartana would not dare max in front of Volcarona, or Kartana needs to switch out right now. And he was gonna hurt both of these Pokemon. So if I was Angela, I wouldn't max. I would just fake out Jinx, click Heat Wave, to break Sash, get chip on anything that wants to come in right now. So okay, never mind. We'll see the max into Jinx to kind of get rid of it altogether. And
Man,
I miss what Kartana. I mean, I miss what Liepard went for.
I don't know. I don't like this lead from Sven. I think you know how when you play a game
Yeah,
and you're like, okay, I'm gonna either win turn one or lose turn one. This is one of
100%.
those
And then
games
this is like, I'm 100% gonna lose turn one.
because
I mean,
you could max, but the thing is that there's charm. Yeah, okay, fake it happen.
okay,
Okay,
okay, yeah. You don't want to max. I think he should go for the kill into Liepard. Okay.
yeah, but it's Sash, and I'm pretty.
Yeah. So now we have no more lovely kiss nonsense from Jinx. So no sleep. So I see what Angel max because I don't think he wasn't sure he'd get the KO, but I mean fake out and he wave also safe because normally Liepard is normally faster unless Angel doesn't have a super fast Liepard, but that play also is fine as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm glad this Sven didn't max. I'm hoping to see maybe a Lapras in the back or even a Drampa. So
Yeah, so I'm not. I mean, if it's a Lapras, even though Lapras or Drampa max right now, Angel just could keep really clicking Max. Okay, so we use the Drampa. We use the Drampa. So yeah, like I said, Angelo could really keep on clicking Max. He could really click Max Flare into the Kartana and foul play or Charm and foul play because I don't think the Drampa would do that much damage to a Max Volcarona, barring any super effective move, which then Volcarona gets his policy and then we'll know what happens after that.
yeah, I think this is gonna be very important. It is whenever not Angelo, I mean Sven knows if Kartana Drampa can KO KO the Volcarona, or Angelo just I mean or Sven decides to just max Drampa and double the slot in the Mimikyu and just ignore the max butterfly. But I don't know. It's really tricky. I think.
I like this switch because let's say if Sven goes for the Sacred Sword and Dragon move into the Mimikyu slot, then Andrew would get out his turn very free. But I don't think he should double the slot. But we'll still find out anyways.
I will
But we'll see what.
honestly double the Volcarona. Oh,
Okay.
that was wrong. That was so risky, Sven. That was so risky of you. You needed to go for the Volcarona at this point.
See, I already got Sven's play because like it's not like Aerialist is going to do much to Kartana anyways. Oh, see, there was a Max Dragon. So okay, I'm glad he didn't double into that switch because that would have gone bad.
Yeah, but Sacred Sword, you shouldn't have gone with the Sacred Zone with the chance of Mimikyu potentially being in the back, right? Like, it was a Sash level, so you might as well have hit, unless,
With
okay,
anything.
unless it was a scarf move, which I don't think Kartana this time was. Actually, let me rephrase it. I forgot whether or not Sven was scarf because I do vaguely remember that he liked being a scarf at some in his last matchup. But if he wasn't scarf, I think he should have gone with a different move onto the Mimikyu, just expecting a different swap. Sacred Sword was a little too dangerous because now I think this is over. This is looking really bad.
Yeah, because now like Raichu can't fake out, of course. but now they can easily get the double up. I'm like almost sure Volcron is still faster than Drampa because Drampa is very slow. So I'm gonna assume it comes out a Max Butterfly into the Raichu to lower the special defense even more on the yep, there it is on the Drampa right now. So good play by Angelo. Oh the Raichu survived. Oh,
Well,
so
because this is a
that's
weakness. It's probably AV. It's probably AV. Righteous so strong.
yeah.
It's probably AV.
So okay, so we see the Max Flare into the Mimikyu, which still doesn't get the kill. I'm
This,
pretty sure if Drampa wasn't Cloud9, it would have gotten the kill.
yeah. I mean, you can electro web again though.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's still a Volcron on the field, and Angelo, I believe, still has his four Pokemon left. And what I think Shadow Kill, let me not sorry, Shadow Sneak into the Raichu, and he could just go for the kill, I guess. Okay, we do the Reach Powder, so he's gonna sack the Volcarona in this case right now.
I think you still always go electro web, right? Oh, you went for the
Oh
Bolsos.
no,
Oh, that did nothing.
that did nothing. Wow.
Yeah, I think the fact that Sven showed more of his techs in game one
Yeah,
probably cost him a little bit more in this.
I was actually wondering would that Max Flare kill just now the Volcarona? I'm actually like very concerned for a bit.
Yeah.
So we still see right now. Well, I mean, it's still
No, no, no,
close.
no, no, no. You had your electro whip because you had your electro whip again, just to get you hits and hopefully maybe maybe you get something out. I don't know. It's really rough.
Wait, I I'm not sure if I'd agree with this play because I think Fake Out Playoff is also safe
Yeah,
into this.
Angelo, what are you doing? Are you trying to throw? I usually don't. I only do this because these two people are my friends, guys. But yeah, you should have fake out and play rough. Because then
Yeah,
oh, dude, play with your food.
the taunt. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Just so Jumper doesn't protect or like do anything funny. But I mean, like the fake out play rough was still safe. Still safe. Okay, so that's fine. The target into Celesteela. Okay.
I mean, he had to. He has to keep Angelo honest at this point. But Angelo has been mostly protecting every single time, though.
No, no, no. And he's been playing safe, which you could say too safe, but let's see how much the foul play does into the Jampa, which it's still chip. It's still chip
You know, you actually, if you crit, you kill the Celestial, I think.
with Fire Blast.
Unless this Meteor Beam doesn't miss and.
Hey,
Uh,
Meteor Beam could be could miss, but it doesn't right now.
and just chaos. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Man, that was rough.
Yeah, because I feel like just from the lead in the last game just now, just really set Sven back because like Jinx and Cart into Volcarona just never seems good.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think Sven, I think Santi Scorch was your play. He won you game one. I don't know if you were trying to overread Angelo and stuff, but I don't know. It yes, you could say that the lovely kiss miss and cost you some stuff, but that's also a high risk, high reward play. I think I wish I seen Santa Scorch game three. Not gonna lie, I don't. You never max Cortana really. You there was a Volcarona, a flamethrower, and then Mimikyu didn't reveal Will-O-Wisp, but you saw like God, there's a Will-O-Wisp. Like Angelo prepped hard for Cortana, and then the fact that you had to have a quick way. There was no speed control either from Sven besides the Electro. I would have loved to maybe see a Lapras Raichu lead, and then maybe that's where you obviously it didn't work game three because the liar part is the faster fake out, but you could still have tried to like Electro Web and Max Geyser before it gets back the Max Butterfly. Like you had to position yourself where you could have slowed down the Volcarona. So your Lapras or your Sensi Scorch were the key to actually beat Angelo. I personally think that's the way I will have gone to try it for game three. And I love Cortana, but I unless especially if it was a scarf set that he brought last time, I think that was the wrong item, and I just think that Cortana didn't do much. Like, yes, it kind of won you game one, but I don't think it won you game two. Or I just felt like it was a little useless in the last two games.
Yeah, and I feel like also like I'll say from my also point of view, I would never really expect or prep for a Max Volcarona, or even a weakness policy Max Volcarona, right? Because yeah, you see Max Volcarona, you can like, all right, I'll like use super effective moves to kind of get rid of it, but it's policy,
Yeah, and I
and
mean, I
because
thought it was still fine, right? In game one, both the policies went off, and Sven was still able to win. He just had to, you have to do the Dynamax for Dynamax trade off, and
yeah,
Volcarona actually gets affected by the fire spin too. So you were chipping that Volcarona too at the same time.
yeah, and also like with the with Sending Scorch G Max Fire move, it can also like hit like do a lot of damage because it'd be +2, and also break Sash, so he wouldn't have to waste an extra turn to double it into like a Sash Pokemon if he didn't have to. So and like most of what Sven bought in game three, like his first two leads couldn't do much against Max Volcarona, which and then Raichu in the back again couldn't do much to Volcarona. So I feel like Max Volcarona this week definitely I feel like caught Sven off guard because like I said, I wouldn't have prepped for that. I was like, well, this gets bad really quickly. So that's me personally.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, KD, thank you so much for being in the mic with me today. Hopefully, I got you once again. I I really had fun doing this with you. So,
Thank you, you as well. I'm always glad to have be fun of these. Okay.
all right, guys, we're gonna talk about playoffs chances the next week. So, thank you again, and let's go talk about the new rankings. BRB. And boy, was that an awesome match. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed Katie and I commentating. If you're ever interested in commentating any of these Ray Ray Draft Leagues matches, feel free to hit me up on my DMs, either on Twitter or on Discord. More than happy to get anyone to practice because that's how you get better at commentating. It's sometimes a little tricky, but practice makes perfection. Anyway, with that, let's go to the new rankings. Boom, 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 and all right. Even though San Diego Palkia did win because of differentials and stuff, schedule strength this time, Ally ended up winning his match and actually is gonna get to be on first place now. Johnny finally also gets to move, and for the first time, alright? For the first time, we have Katie, the Boston Red Solar Leos, in the top 5 for after what, maybe 4 weeks of top 5 not being changed. We finally see an upset and a happening, and boy, was it interesting. Regardless, as you can see, top 5 stays the same, except Johnny gets to move, San Diego moved 2 spots below, Pokesong I believe moved 1 spot, and then Jockey same deal, it's on that. Fun fact, Alolan Aegislay, despite losing to the San Diego Palkias, stay in 7. So Sven's still very safe, like still very good into making to the playoffs. Ducky and the new new bar cloud puppies, they have to watch out a little, but they still have a chance. As I mentioned, there's 2 more weeks left, and anything could happen. However, it does look like I believe maybe 11th place has a chance depending on who their opponent is, but they have to do a 2-0. But 11 to 14 at this point is looking pretty rough, especially unfortunately Jackie the 100% is out of playoffs contentions. Diamond has a very small chance, but just like the rest of the 11, 12, and 13 ranking, it's gonna be rough. You have to mostly 2-0, and it also depends on your schedule strength. But the important thing is, though, even though these players are not gonna have a chance of playoffs, they can also still mess up with the players that actually can make it to playoffs. They could be like, oh, I don't want you to make it, so I will try hard to Hades and try my best to like continue and beat you and just go on. So it's not fully decided, but they could go around there. But I don't control the players. Like, anything could happen at this point. But yeah, I do want to say that the top two should be 100% safe for playoffs. We're going to talk about more once we actually have week 6 scores, because that will seal up a little bit better with how the playoff contentions look. And at least usually the first seed, first and second, usually are 100% safe by week 6. And speaking about week 6, this is our schedule. All right. So as I mentioned, Batty's in a chance where she ended up dropping from 10 to 13 to 12. So she's going against the number 1 seed. This is important. Well, number 3 seed. This is very important because if she wins against Angelo will be fine. However, this should increase Bat's chances to make a playoffs. This is why I'm talking about when you play someone with and your schedule of strength works, because if you play a higher seed, the math will be working on your favor. Same with Jackie. Jackie actually, even though she has no chance, because Johnny right now is on 2nd seed, this could affect Johnny's chances, because playing with someone on the lower end, it might hurt him a little. Another really cool match I'm hoping to actually feature is gonna be between actually can't feature. So Joe K and KD, which is the Boston Red Sox Gale's own All Wildfish. Another very important match to be looking out for. And man, Sven is having a tough schedule. Sven now has the number 1 seed next. Not only did he had the number 1 seed the first day, last week. Now he has has a new number 1 seed. So this is still good for his schedule looking, and even if it takes 1 game, this will be really, really good for him in general for playoff chances. But yeah, these are the matches, and hopefully we get a good one for commentating next week. Thank you again for watching. See you guys. Bye.